Like I was watching Ozarks. That was a great show. And then the FBI agent was gay, and then he was his partner. They were both gay. And then I was like, "What? Where did this come from?" It like pissed me off. But these guys do not come off as gay. Yeah. Then he starts screwing his CI, a redneck hillbilly that was gay. Yeah, he was gay. Yeah. I was like, "This is
Did
not
you
even
watch
believable."
Ozarks?
I started watching it. I didn't like it. I knew it'd get gay. But that's what. That's how they draw you in.
You are too homophobic.
I
You
am
need
too
to watch.
homophobic.
I was like, this stuff is like they're cramming it down our throats.
Yeah, like if it makes sense in the story, like there's Umbrella Academy season 1 had a really interesting gay story that made it work because it was part of the story and it wasn't egregious. But no, I do not seek out two dudes.
It snuck up on me. I was
going
like,
at it.
I looked at my wife and said, "This dude's a faggot."
Yeah,
And then it started one episode, the black dude's getting sucked off. Yeah. You see somebody's head going down, so he's getting sucked up by a woman. Yeah. And then that's his partner right there, just sucking him off. I'm like, man.
wow.
I looked at my wife, do they got to put this in everything?
Yeah, they do. It's part of it's part of their worldview, right? And listen, there's no underrepresentation of gay people in Hollywood. We get it. It's a lot of gay people in Hollywood. Yeah. And it's fine if it reflects the regular population's percentage, not Hollywood's. Well, I mean, shit, everybody's gay in Hollywood. Yeah. But, it was fine before, but now it's feeling forced. And now with all the check boxes, we notice it. And when they do a certain casting or they in a third season of a hit show, they're like, we need to put a gay story in.
Yeah. Right.
We'll show all those chuds and right-wing Republicans. Here's some gay rednecks, you know? And it's the same reason.
It really offended me because I'm a redneck. And you know that one show, Law and Order? Loved that show, right? But the last season I was watching, it got so woke. She adopted a child, and the child was telling everybody about it. There's a girl in her school that's non-binary, and we call her they, and how they suspended kids because they're being cruel to her by calling her a boy. I stopped watching that show immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid.
It's programming at this point, especially when they, with procedural TV, they can always put in that topic of the week in there. Yeah, and they always did that. But that's the programming that they gender doesn't matter. There is no difference between boys and girls, and we're all just going to be like little blobs in gray suits, eating our bugs and living in state property. You know, that's what they want. That's what they think, and they think it's progress, and they think it's good. And there is a very high percentage of trans kids in Hollywood. You notice that? Like,
yeah. Like everybody, all the kids are trans.
All of them. And it's because they are accessories. Yeah. Their kids are fucking accessories to them. And it's no wonder they come out like just completely crazy. Yeah. And we, the taxpayer, are going to end up paying for their therapy or hospital or whatever.
That doesn't make any sense why some of these people that get locked up and we got to pay for their therapy. When they was in military, we have to pay for their sex change. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes sense when you have an agenda, when they're trying to force it on it. But it's so freaking insane. And you know what? They get away with it because they can, or they could. Yeah. And we'll see how far they get away with it. Yeah. But no, I don't like my tax money going to bombing people or transing people in prison. I don't really give it, as somebody who's that, I don't give a shit what happens to you in prison. You serve your fucking time, play your fucking dominoes, and try not to die.
Try not to get shanked.
But if you do, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Is it true that they're gonna what is it, Black Panther is gonna be a white guy?
Yes. Okay, so
that's crazy. I do not want to see a white Dolomite.
I do. No, I don't either. So
I don't want to see a black Superman or a black Superwoman because she's going to have an attitude. I'm not putting up with that.
You don't want a black Superwoman, no.
Superwoman, motherfucker.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you ain't.
Lois Lane turned herself into a black woman.
Really?
Yeah, she did. It's a 60s comic where she turns herself to a black woman to live the experience. No, it was a very serious comic from the 60s. They were trying real hard. But, so... White Black Panther is from it's futuristic, so it takes place it's not like an alternate universe. It's from a series that's supposed to take place a little bit in the future. And a white kid, blonde hair, blue eyes, challenges T'Challa for Wakanda and beats him. and becomes Black Panther. And
Oh,
when
it's
I
gonna piss
first
off a
heard
lot of
it,
black people.
I'm like, you gotta be
I
fucking.
bet the ratings will be through the roof for this.
So the guy who wrote it, though, Christopher Priest, kind of base dude. So I think he's kind of like poking the bear a little bit. And like nobody wants a white Black Panther. Nope, nobody. Nobody wants a white Shang-Chi. It's fucking ridiculous. But if this is a subtle move, and I don't know, but if it's a subtle move to kind of show the absurdity of the shit we've gone through, I think it's great because it's just a fictional character crowd has been fucking freaking out on Twitter. So I've been just loving it. I've been just like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want a white Black Panther, but god damn, it's funny.
Right.
I'm thinking it's gonna do good.
Oh, it's gonna crush.
I'm buying it. I am absolutely buying it.
It's definitely gonna crush.
Yeah.
It's that shallow effect.
It might set records.
Dude, I'm gonna frame it on my wall. I hope he's on the cover.
White people will fucking support that just to piss off these sub-Saharan people, pissing off everybody.
Yeah.
Because you know it's a lot of black fatigue going around.
That's probably why he did it.
Yeah.
That's probably and Christopher Priest is black. Just need to point out. So base dude, Christopher Priest is black. Hates. Has called out like the fact that he was given like black titles all the time. He's like, fuck that. I want to draw. I want to write forever. He's a writer and he's a great writer, by the way.
Right.
For comics. So I think he's kind of winking and poking the bear a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking great. Well done, sir. If that's what your intention was.
Yeah.
Before you got started on YouTube, you own a comic book store?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did for 10 years in San Francisco.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
But you see some crazy shit in there.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, where do I start? They used to test drugs 2 doors down. So every Friday, I get every homeless person, get like for $20, they stick them with whatever. I have no idea what they stick them with. They come in. I had to kick them out of my store.
Yeah.
They come in wasted. It's. And I was in the nice part, but mostly it was great. Like people, believe it or not, normal people live in San Francisco. A lot of normal people live there, and it was a great 10 years. And I got to meet some comic artists and some movie stars. The late Ray Stevenson, Noel Neal, Chewbacca came to my, Peter Mayhew came to the store. It was tons of fun, and it kind of prepped me for whatever I'm doing now because I stood at a counter all day and I just talked nerd shit all day with the people who came in.
Right.
And politics was left at the door. We didn't talk about politics. There's 2 rules: you don't talk about politics in my store, and you can't use the bathroom unless I know you. So for obvious reasons, San Francisco, there'd be somebody shooting up in there.
Yeah.
But it was great, and it was a great experience, and it reminds me of what we lost like in fandom. Is we had that camaraderie without the bullshit.
Yeah, without the politics.
Without the politics, we just enjoyed Star Wars. It was a great. The early 2000s were great, and it's kind of like up to 2010 was like the last great time for nerddom. And it's been downhill ever since.
So you saw that shift around 2010?
Yeah. It was creeping in a little. I mean, like if we want to go through the whole history lesson of political correctness, it really started getting bad in the 90s, but didn't get bad in comics until the mid 2000s, 2010s, when DC purposefully, Batwoman, the series that was on CW that sucked, it was actually based on a comic that sucked. And the whole sole purpose of her being in the comics was to be a gay woman. That was it. It's gay woman in comics, a lesbian in comics. Great, fantastic. We've had gay characters before. It was nothing really new, but then they started turning everybody gay, and I mean everybody. Superman was gay. Robin, Tim Drake is gay. Iceman, gay. Like the X-Men are all freaking gay now. Like they
right.
And being the gate with his son, they aged up. This is the weird thing is they had these Super Sons comic that was there he is right there. That was really popular. So they aged him up to be gay. So they can get these headlines.
Yeah.
And everybody fucking hated it. And it got canceled. So they got a bunch of headlines. And oh God, yes, we did a live reading of this on a live stream.
Oh, what is this? I am not.
So this is So there's and that's her daughter, right? And it's a self-insert. So the author, Marika Tamaki, looks exactly like the fat girl, like exactly. It's a self-insert. That's the thing of. that's the thing of basically a lot of the woke writing, especially when it comes from. I mean, this is how women fucking ruin comics. Sorry, folks, they did. So they brought in their little.
They ruined women's sports too.
Yeah, did. Women are ruining women. What the fuck? No, they brought in their fanfic. And there's a long story behind it. They brought in their fanfic, and fanfic is fucking horrible. Fanfic and shipping are the
chick that wrote it.
Yeah, look, she looks just like her.
Oh
Wow.
It's a self-insert. So, Miss Marvel, that's a self-insert too, from Sana Amanat, who works at Marvel, who was connected with the Obama family. Oh, I can get into the weeds with you guys. But there was a poll done on, and this is even before when I was in YouTube, so other great YouTubers have covered this, but there was a poll on Facebook that basically asked, are you interested in comics? And half the answers came from women. And all of a sudden the comic industry is like, well, my God, half the population are potential customers. We need to hire more women. All of our staffs have to be half women. Everything has to be half women. Okay. And you can pinpoint that's where things went to shit. And then we got the, all new, all different Marvel. And then they started changing the mantle. We got Black Captain America. We got Gay Iceman. We got everything you're seeing that's destroying the MCU now in the comics, and it completely failed. So when we saw it starting to come in the MCU, we were just like, hey, you guys are doing the same shit, and it's going to end up failing. And we got a lot of clapback. They're like
it's a good barometer. Say, hey, this failed in the comics. Why are we bringing this stuff to movies? It's going to fail. Yeah,
it failed within the same company. You had your own fucking data that you ignored. So when we saw Captain Marvel come out, and it made $1 billion, but some of us were like, man, this is going to go to shit. And we got a lot of clapback at the time. But look where we are now. Two flops in a row. Fantastic Four's coming. They got a female Silver Surfer. They're still doing the same shit. And I could rattle on for an hour all the gender and race swaps they've done. Right. But just recently, if we want to go to this year, the two most ridiculous are female Silver Surfer. And if you're old school comic book fan, Silver Surfer is one of the coolest fucking characters they've ever created. It's a fucking surfer. He's in silver. He's got the power cosmic. He used to be a Herald of Galactus. Yeah. Surfs around space. And, for the longest time was the most powerful non-god superhero in the Marvel universe until they made Captain Marvel, the girl Captain Marvel, OP.
Wow.
Oh, and they had Black Panther beat him. And all respect to Black Panther. He's not beating fucking Silver Surfer. Get the fuck out of here. But then, and then Black Snake. And these are deliberate moves. These are not good business moves. That's why it's so obvious.
Girl Silver Surfer looks crazy.
She looks terrible. Look at that.
Like a Terminator T-1000, liquid metal.
Yeah, and the T-1000 looked better in 1991.
Right.
She looks, the Silver Surfer from the movie almost 20 years ago, from Rise of the Silver Surfer, looks better than that. It's fucking awful. And these are deliberate castings. Nobody was going to watch the Fantastic Four or Harry Potter and go, you know what? Snape needed to be black and the Silver Surfer needed to be a woman. Nobody on earth would have said that. Even fucking woke people probably, they're too dumb to think of it. Yeah. So, no, it was a bunch of HR fucking idiots. I've been told from a pretty decent source that this wasn't even Kevin Feige's decision. It came from above him. So there's only two people above him. So it's Bob Iger and the other guy who's running the studios. Yeah. But it's a deliberate decision. And with Black Snape, you didn't even get a black guy who looks like Snape, with a hook nose or something like that. No, you got somebody, as my friend Ryan says, off of GQ Africa, and brought him in to be Snape. Snape has specifically, we know what Silver Surfer looks like. He's a dude. He's Norrin Rad. This is supposed to be Shala Bal, his wife. This is Snape. So, I mean, again, the resemblance is uncanny.
That is nuts. Yeah.
So he's specifically described in the books multiple times, straight black hair,
right,
that hangs around his face like a curtain.
Right.
He's been called pale multiple times. His skin was marble white.
Right.
I don't know how you're going to get your skin marble white, but I mean, maybe, I guess my running theory is if you put a bunch of makeup on this dude, maybe he's the greatest actor ever. So they're just going to put a bunch of, like that Eddie Murphy skit from SNL.
Yeah.
If you do that, okay, fine. But
they put a lot of pressure on that black guy. You got a lot of pressure.
He's got to know.
Yeah. dude, you're gonna bomb so hard.
He is gonna get destroyed. And like the Harry Potter fandom is like, we hear this a lot. Racist Star Trek fans, racist Doctor Who fans, racist Harry Potter. It's like, are you fucking kidding? Have you seen the Harry Potter or Doctor Who or Star Trek fandom? Have you seen them? Yeah. They're the least racist people on the planet. So to piss them off, you must have made a really bad decision, right? And the Harry Potter fans are not fucking having this at all, which is pretty funny.
The actor, he was a black actor. He came out and said that the last Star Wars fans are so racist.
Oh yeah.
So racist. The racist Star Wars fans that like Lando Calrissian or Mace Windu. I guess they just took the day off for those two. But he tried to mention that. He basically called them tokens, and it's like, bro, they're major characters for one. And this was in '83. The only thing I knew is Billy D. Williams was one of the coolest fucking people on the planet. He sold this Colt 45 beer and and he fucked over Han Solo, but then he became a good guy later. You know?
They're pandering. Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro. They're okay with us playing the best friend. But once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much. They're pandering.
Last time I checked, I didn't fucking write shitty Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
So it was Jar Jar Abrams and Rian Johnson who took his character, Finn, who, like, arguably was the most compelling character from when we first saw that first Force Awakens trailer. He's the most compelling character. You're like, oh shit, a stormtrooper that could turn and become a Jedi? That's fucking rad. And it was the writers of those movies that made him a fucking joke and a janitor for the Empire. They made him a fucking janitor. Dude, like, who's the racist? So no, I reject that completely. Fuck you. We had Finn's back. We had his back before, but you know, dude, they shrunk him on the poster for China.
Really?
Did the fans do that? No, fucking Disney did. Yeah, you didn't know that? So there's a Force Awakens poster for China that he was much bigger in it for America, and you go to the Chinese one, he's like this big.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they covered up Chadwick Boseman's face. You got it? Yeah.
So this is the American one.
There's the American one.
Right
You got to squint. You can see him down there.
I can't even see him.
There he is.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So for Black Panther, they took Chadwick Boseman's face and they put a mask on it.
Right.
Yeah. They put a mask on it for them. And then for Little Mermaid, they made her blue.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They made her blue?
Yeah, they made her blue. And they tinted it blue so they can
like Avatar.
de-black her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also the same company that thanked the province that's associated with concentration camps in China for Mulan. So shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
He's just talking. His career's over now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, there's the Little Mermaid one.
Wow. You can't tell
Yeah.
which she is, black, white, or anything.
No.
Yeah, they had remember I think it was a stage play, Romeo and Juliet. They had that one black chick that looks like a lesbian.
Yeah.
It
With
was
Tom
like-
Holland?
Yeah, I was like, everybody's like, this is so not believable.
No. I mean, it actually made me question who was Romeo and who was Juliet. I think she would have been a better Romeo, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, totally believable. Those.
Man, that girl will suck you off.
that big
Girl,
mouth.
she got a mustache?
Yeah, she had that one. She was Dom Luker.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Like that pissed everybody off. Just like, oh my God, this is went too far.
Yeah.
It was so funny. People were posting the day before they announced Hermione that she was going to play Hermione, and so many people believed it. No, I mean, never mind the fact that she's almost 30, you know, and Hermione's like 10.
Yeah.
But people were believing it because, like, why not? We live in such a crazy time right now. It's like, oh, sure, a 30-year-old black lesbian playing Hermione, I can fucking believe it at this point.
Yeah, then Captain America, they gave to a black guy. He's a very good actor. I forget his name. But
Anthony Mackie, he's great.
Yeah, he came out and said some things that really created a lot of turmoil before that movie came out. I forget what he said. Do you remember what he?
Yeah, he said basically that Captain America doesn't really represent America. I mean, I'm paraphrasing it,
right,
but and it's like,
why would he say that?
I think he got caught in. I think he was trying to say like it's got mass appeal, but he really just said it fucking wrong, like as wrong as you could, and like motherfuckers like me are gonna go, see, you know, see. Told you.
Right, exactly.
The thing is, it sucks what they did to him because he was a great Falcon, and Falcon is Marvel's second black character,
right?
And doesn't have black in front of his name, and he was Captain America's. And the reason Black Panther succeeded the way it did. Great marketing. They convinced America that you would be racist if you don't go see Black Panther, but. For comic fans, well-established character, part of the Avengers, been reading him all my life, love the character, love Falcon, no problem. They're great on their own. Now you're giving him, it's a great example, to make him more legitimate, you're giving him Captain America's hand-me-downs because it's not legitimate until you get the white man's hand-me-downs. That's fucking racist. It's God damn it. My friend Eric July is the one who brought that up a lot, and he's right. He's 100% right. You had an independent character that you could have just had leading the Avengers, but you had to make him Captain America. It's the soft bigotry of low expectations. Yeah. And that's why we don't get original characters now because they don't really believe in it. They don't believe in their fucking diversity. If you did, you would create an original character. You would put all the resources you possibly could behind it. Right. Put the best writer, best artist, doesn't matter what they look like. You know, and if it's a black character, doesn't have to be a black writer, doesn't have to be just the best. They need to be the best. Make it popular. Todd McFarlane made a black character really popular. Spawn. You know, so it's not hard. You just put the best talent behind it and you put resources if you really fucking believe it, which they don't. That's why they always gender swap and race swap. They don't believe in Captain Marvel or Brie Larson, not one fucking bit. They're like, look at this OP girl. You know, there's a thing called there was a hero's journey. You go through a journey as a hero, you got to answer the call, you know, and it kind of acts as a curve. You know, it's a character arc. Right. The hero's journey is a straight line. It is she was awesome to begin with, and everybody else just needed to figure it out by the end of the movie. And that's pretty much what they do. That's why these movies feel fucking lame, because they are.
Yeah.
You know,
I went to see Black Panther. I like the movie. It's just they had too much African culture in it. I was like, they showed a guy, he had a big old plate in his lip, and his lip was like this. I was like, that was stupid. And then he showed a guy, he had all these keloids all over his face. I said, that has nothing to do with being black. Not in my book. They put African culture in it. Yeah. They made it like African culture black.
They did. And then they had an isolationist ethno-state in the middle of a poverty-stricken Africa. And they had all these fucking resources they weren't sharing in a giant wall.
Right, yeah.
Based. And then the second movie, a bunch of Latin people are trying to break into their country through the wall. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, some racial undertones, like they're coming in legally and shit. Yeah.
I was telling Joe, there's a part in Wakanda Forever where they're lowering a force field, and they lower it with DJs. They're all that's how they lower the force field. Right. And you know we were talking, Joe. It's like, you know, a bunch of white people were sitting there making decisions.
Yeah, this is gonna be so cool.
It's so urban. They really like the DJs and the hip hop. You know.
Yeah.